Welcome back, collectors. There's a strange illusion in collecting. We often believe satisfaction is permanent, that once a space feels complete, it stays that way. But perfection evolves, standards shift, and eventually, even something you genuinely love begins to whisper, refine me. What once felt premium begins to show its age, and faults start to emerge. Weight restrictions and space limitations begin to factor in as well. The vision matures, and so does the environment. In this video, we undertake a massive and phenomenal upgrade to the entire collection. Now, let's get into it. This statue gallery was never a compromise. It was deliberate, carefully designed, and deeply enjoyed. Every shelf, every placement, every lighting decision was built with intention, and for a long time, it was exactly what I wanted. But collecting does something unexpected. It recalibrates your eye. What once felt exceptional begins to feel transitional, not because it failed, but because your standards quietly ascended. The bestas served remarkably well, functional, clean, and reliable. But over time, they began to look like what they truly are: furniture, not display platforms. Collectors often think the statues are the destination, but sometimes the real project becomes the space that holds them. Over the past few days, this room has slowly transformed from a storage space into something much closer to an art gallery. And as fantastic as that was, I knew I wanted to level up the collection. I knew the direction I was leaning towards, so I mocked up a few rudimentary conceptualizations. I wanted opened displays with incorporated stone texture and custom millwork. In terms of lighting, I wanted well-lit and warm white, but completely concealed wiring. Upgrades rarely begin with inspiration. They begin with logistics, measurements, materials, and decisions. Aesthetic vision translating into physical reality. And then reality asserts itself. Shelving units that exist beautifully in theory suddenly possess mass, density, and weight that demands negotiation, coordination, and occasionally several reluctant, unhelpful volunteers.
You sure about that?
And with that began the multiple trips to different locations in order to amass the plethora of supplies required for this endeavor. But it is well worth it. Stone slabs, paint, trim, custom lights, and even Bluetooth controllers all add to the unfolding undertaking. Without fail, though, Murphy's Law factored in. With a car full of trim and frigid -35°C temperatures, I happened to hit a huge pothole which sliced my tire. Perfectly timed, but nothing like some on-road repairs to fire you up. Once back at the cave, slowly the new architecture emerges. Lines, geometry, possibility. The stage is precision, test fitting and finalizing measurements, allowing materials to define alignment. Before transformation becomes permanent, just test fitting everything to make sure I approve of the height and style. These new structural platforms will mimic ones I have made and customized in other areas of my collection, with some large improvements as well. If you're interested in a full tutorial, I have a video upload of that procedure. In that video, I go over in detail all of the materials, steps, and finishing touches I utilized to make these come to pass.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
And so we begin. Relocating statues is never mechanical. It feels almost surgical. Each piece carries presence, memory, and of course, fragility. Temporary exile becomes necessary. Some of the most intense moments of this entire endeavor were the heart-racing movements of these masterpieces. Not only are they large and heavy, but they are unnecessarily delicate as well.
Yeah, buddy! Wait!
Somehow, I managed to move each and every piece multiple times without a single breakage. That's definitely a first for me. With the placement of the first piece on the temporary shelves, the entire operation feels as if it entered the "okay, this is real" stage. We officially begun now and past the point of no return. With the first segment of the collection relocated and safely protected, the new shelves are significantly larger and already a vast improvement. Each shelf weight rated to over 1,000 pounds and a full 4 by 2 foot in measurement. Due to space limitations, I will have to work in segments, moving the pieces multiple times to accommodate it. And in moments of spatial desperation, even the sauna becomes a premium gallery storage. Lady Deadpool getting her sweat on. Several other pieces will join her shortly in there. Quadrant 1, empty, but don't worry, I have a special plan for these bestas for an upcoming video. Every upgrade begins with destruction. Structures dismantled, order temporarily surrendered, elegance replaced by entropy. Here's a quick time lapse of the process, dismantling and relocating each section one by one. These have served their purpose remarkably, but it's time to upgrade. Probably should have called for help and assistance to move these out.
I should call for backup. But they won't come. They don't exist.
And little by little, each segment of the room begins to empty out and look bare as we progress, while other areas become inundated with glorious statues. And suddenly, just like that, everything starts to take form, and the vision transitions into reality. This stage of the process is rarely glamorous, but it is everything. Trim defines precision, paint establishes mood, the tile introduces texture, the backsplash I created offers a visual grounding. Slowly and progressively wrapping around the entire room, the trim is all measured up at this point and affixed to the framework, while the collection is in shambles, scattered around the entire basement and temporarily housed on the shelves, not currently being worked on. As chaotic as it appears, I absolutely love the process. Once all trimmed up and painted, the finishing touches can finally begin, namely the finishing millwork and lighting. Lighting is never decorative, it is psychological. It dictates the mood, directs attention. It shapes how the collection is experienced, because statues are not simply viewed, they are revealed. And of course, I had to install some hidden, multicolored controllable techno dance hall style lights to really dial in the ambiance, or to double up as some customizable mood lighting. Really impresses the ladies.
Yeah, if you say it like that, it don't sound believable.
Finally, we have the reveal. Everything came out better than expected, to be honest. The pieces not only all have room to breathe now, but they look like they are in an art gallery on display, rather than just housed on furniture. The space has a level of gravitas to it now. It feels curated and bespoke, unlike any I have witnessed, and it personifies my vision precisely. Clean lines and everything hidden. Especially impressive to me are the backsplashes I added to the undersections, which act not only to conceal all of the electronics, but as a muted light shade promoting the statues. I painted everything in a matte finish to further accentuate the statues and tiles. It really helps make all the colors pop right out at you. Reveling in its completion, you realize that presence has returned. The statues have reclaimed their territory, but now within an environment designed to amplify them. When I started rebuilding this cave, the goal wasn't just to add more space. It was to turn the room into something closer to a gallery. Each shelf was planned so the statues could breathe. Large pieces up top where the lighting could frame them. An open display base below where the action scenes could unfold. The stone tile surface serves two purposes. It gives the statues a pedestal-like foundation and reflects just enough light upward to highlight the sculpt work. Behind the displays, I installed a backsplash panel. It keeps the background clean while hiding all of the wiring or the lighting. The goal was simple, a space that feels less like storage and more like a collector's exhibit. As a final collector's reflection, upgrades are rarely about dissatisfaction. They are about alignment, when your evolving eye demands an environment that reflects it, not replacing what you loved, but honoring how far your standards have traveled, and the joy you experience working towards and chasing your vision.
Damn, bro, you must get bitches.
Still no bitches.
Because a collection space is never truly finished, it simply evolves alongside the collector. These upgrades fully capture the direction I envisioned, not just elevating the display, but transforming the entire collection experience. The space always felt calming, comforting, but now it carries a distinctly bespoke atmosphere to it, which was always the intention. Thank you for watching, and until we meet again, keep your passion for collecting alive and your love for superheroes soaring.